Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another video on Palia, which is an upcoming massively multiplayer community simulation game set in a high fantasy world with elements of open world adventure games. And gosh, it looks beautiful, like that waterfall and all these deer everywhere, just, oh my gosh, like, I just want to be so immersed in this world, it looks so stunning. But yeah, I did do a video on this game back in October. It definitely caught my attention back when the game first went viral on Twitter, because I think this game has a lot of appeal to players who enjoy games such as Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and yes, The Sims. So I think there is a lot of potential that this game could become really big. I think it definitely fits into the whole sort of like cozy life sim slash farming slash adventure, so I really hope this game will turn out to be something great. Back when I did my first video, that was a bit after the first closed beta test. Now there's been a second one, so they put out a blog post about that with some more information. In addition, they've also shown a couple of snippets of things like some music as well as food, so that's pretty cool. Their plans for monetization were revealed too, and it's kind of interesting. They plan on being very transparent about their whole process, which is pretty refreshing to hear, so I thought I would just do another one of these videos catching us up on these recent developments. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First, we'll start off with a few assorted clips, including a character changing their outfits and a couple of environmental shots. So some pretty nice ambiance there. I really like the second outfits in that outfits clip. Just looks really nice for just relaxing at home before or maybe even after a big adventure, because, you know, obviously the last outfit with the backpack would be for just going out and about and adventuring and gathering resources. And that shot of the pond is really nice too. Makes me wonder if eventually they might include swimming in Palia. That would be awesome. And, of course, ramen in that last clip. I had to tag my friend Dr. Ashley when they tweeted that clip out, because she really loves ramen, and she is a fellow simmer who loves building as well. So I was like, yeah, I think she'll like this game now. Next, we'll go over some highlights of the blog post that they published after the second round of testing ended, which was actually their first alpha. The first screenshot was taken by Aurelia, and it says where it all begins. So I guess you'll kind of start off in this mysterious sort of area, maybe not completely unlike Breath of the Wild. The next set of screenshots shows fishing, hunting, and also a really cool looking misty dawn before a player goes foraging for sundrop lilies. There are also quotes from people who got to participate in this alpha, and this first one is from Pixel Sean, saying, "Man, I'm about to straight up cry. Just got into this game, and the soft music, the ambient noise, wow, it's just so relaxing. This is the game I've been looking for. Amazing." I can definitely see where Pixel Sean is coming from, because especially after seeing some of those recent gameplay clips, I think I will have to do an ambient ASMR video of Palia when it comes out, just like what I do with The Sims 4 when a new world releases, because it looks like you could get some really good ASMR out of Palia. Next, we have a bunch of people gliding, and a quote from Maryberry. "I have to say that gliding really is my favorite thing to do. Just yeet myself off the highest point and drift across the pretty landscape. Honestly, I would not be shocked if that ends up being the same for me, because I love how the gliding looks in that initial reveal trailer. And I mean, in Breath of the Wild, I love gliding around, even if I don't have a particular aim. It's just nice and relaxing to just glide around the place, and I can totally imagine feeling the same about Palia. Then we get into some really cool stuff here, because we got some examples of players' interiors that they built during this alpha, including a bedroom, a living room, a dive bar, and I'm actually not quite sure what the last one is. Is it supposed to be a shop? Or sort of like a hotel with the front desk? But either way, they all look really cool. Though I also gotta give a shout out to the dive bar by Brian, because there's an arcade machine. Palia's world did not strike me as one that would have arcade machines, but I'm really intrigued to see that there. We also have this bathroom by TARDIS Knight, and it makes me wonder if we'll actually be able to eventually see our characters use the bathtub or showers, if there end up being showers in the game too, so that they aren't just for show. Then we have another quote. This one is by Rabbit Heart. I love building furniture and decorating my house. I cannot wait to craft the next piece of furniture to open a new recipe. It gets me out traveling the world looking for items I need to build while exploring the gorgeous landscape. Building in-game really makes you have a need to garden, adventure, hunt, gather, and travel. It's a complete job. I love it. Overall, I think there is a potentially really fun gameplay loop going on here. Next, we have a set of pictures of kitchens. I think they all look pretty neat. It is pointed out in the blog post that the oven that shows up in 3 of the pictures, it's not completed with the art assets, so that's why it still looks all gray. But still, I think these kitchens all look pretty nice. Then we have Anna Banana's character chopping up some carrots in an early build of the cooking skill, so that's definitely a skill that I'll be looking forward to leveling up. I love leveling up cooking in The Sims, so there's a variety of different recipes that my Sims can eat, so I'm looking forward to trying and doing the same in Palia. Gardening is the next thing that's shown. So it says in the blog post that players can retrieve crops from the garden in their yards to prepare those home-cooked meals. And while there is a lot of work still left to be done with gardening, they definitely still appreciate the really beautiful arrangements that players made during the alpha. After that, we have a whole bunch of pictures of players just hanging out and having fun together. And then we have a quote from Zinx, saying, I have to say, I have never had such a kind player base in a game, ever. Everyone is always willing to help out or wait so others can come mine that silver or gold. I love the fact that it truly feels like a home away from home. Then when my friends get on, I'm curious to see what they have accomplished while I was gone. Then we can go fish together. It's so amazing. Yeah, that does sound really nice. And I really do want to feel immersed in this world, like I said at the beginning of this video. So I do feel like, yeah, maybe I will feel like I'm on the same page as Zinx when I get to play this game for myself, that it really will feel like a home away from home. It is really nice to hear such a nice sense of community as well, so that's also pretty encouraging, because MMOs aren't normally my thing, but this game just really appeals to me, I think, so I really want to give this game a shot. Here's a bit more to the blog post, including some funny shenanigans related to glitches, but we also gotta move on to a different post talking about their plans for monetization. So in order for Palia to be available and accessible to everyone, the devs decided to make this game free to play. They are going to still monetize cosmetic items, but Palia will not monetize things that you earn through gameplay, and you won't need to buy loot boxes or get content through a rotating store. And they are committing to being open and honest in communicating decisions or changes that they make in this space. So I'm not entirely sure if there are going to be loot boxes. It says like you won't need to buy loot boxes, but I might just be looking too deeply into it. There probably won't be loot boxes in Palia, I don't think. So as far as monetizing cosmetic content goes, their initial plans are to focus on character clothing and costumes, just as a lot of other games do. But they are emphasizing that they want to respect our time, so they're not monetizing any core gameplay in Palia, so you won't be able to pay to level up your skills faster, or get an achievement more easily, or become best friends with any of the characters earlier. So if you visit someone's awesomely decorated house, you'll know that they earned each piece of furniture and put in the time to make it shine. Another interesting thing that they brought up is that if you cannot buy the things that you earn, it also means that you will not be able to earn the things that you can buy. So that by separating these systems, they want to ensure that they're designing what's best for gameplay while selling products that are worth purchasing for what they are. They also have a whole section about respecting our choices, so they don't want to monetize us through tricks and manipulation. So they want to make sure that their products are actually valuable. They say in general, the store will have items that are directly purchasable and available all the time. There may be exceptions to that, but there will be specific reasons why in each case. So I guess, say, if they had specific items for celebrating certain holidays, then they would just have those things for a limited time, such as Halloween or Christmas or Easter, that sort of stuff. And then they also say that they don't want to use the whole manipulation with FOMO, or fear of missing out, to get that one item you wanted before it leaves a continuously rotating store. So they think that by providing a shopping experience with high agency and low pressure, they'll hold themselves to a higher standard, and that players will leave the shop feeling great about their decision to spend or not spend. They are well aware that creating and maintaining Palia is a costly endeavor, and they do mention that they are also at the same time committed to treating their dev team well, with competitive salaries and benefits, regular hours, and building Palia sustainably. They do say near the end that they believe if they make the best game that they can, along with presenting a transparent and truly optional monetization system, then they'll find players who are happy to spend, and that would allow the developers in turn to continue to reinvest that back into Palia for years to come. I think in the context of making an MMO, I suppose it was going to be either a subscription model where you pay a certain amount of money per month, or it was going to be free to play. So I don't think there was ever going to be an option to just say pay $60 and that's it. So by the sounds of it, I feel that their approach is pretty fair, and that it is supposed to just be limited to clothing, so with the furniture, it is still all earned. So if you just want to stand out and help support the development of this game at the same time, then yeah, you can spend some extra money on outfits if you'd like. I know I've also brought this up when talking about Disney Dreamlight Valley, but free-to-play often is an insta red flag for me, because many of my past experiences with that sort of game is, yeah, that whole FOMO thing, that's definitely come up a lot. And they often try to put paywalls to have you be able to play the game for a decent amount of time. So in the end, even though the game is technically free, you can quite easily spend a lot more money on it than a game that you would spend like $60 to $80 on. However, I've still had some pretty decent free-to-play experiences. Simpsons Tapped Out I enjoyed for a few years. It was just that the quests got too repetitive with 4-hour quests over and over again. And Paladins on the Switch I enjoyed for quite a while. Pokemon Go I still play fairly frequently. So yeah, I don't feel too manipulated with that game unless I catch way too many Pokemon. In the blog post, they also showed some concept art for outfits. So there's the Academy, Rogue, and Aristocrat themed items, and there's also a onesie. Love that. Yeah, they can't resist the onesie, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to either. Yeah, I wouldn't mind spending a little bit of money on some cosmetics. I am a sucker for cosmetics sometimes, especially the ones that I guess tend to be sort of like legendary status that tend to look really good and have some awesome details on it. To end things on a lighter note, Palia did upload a music sample to their channel, so I'll play some of that right now. So this is supposed to be the daytime theme for Kalima Village. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. It really gives me those whimsical Disney vibes, and I think that matches up pretty well with the art direction of Palia. So that's it for this video. I have a feeling that Disney Dreamlight Valley and Palia combined are gonna take over my life. But feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on Palia so far. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!